Okay, now after you've imported all of your stuff, it's time to receive it. Receiving the product within Workhorse starts the SLA clock, and every client has a different SLA. Um, and there's day folders, which while this is logging in, I'll show you, within Betsy. So on the first day, let's say you received a box and you shot it that day. It came in and the SLA starts. The files you shoot will wind up in this day 6. Every day that Michael or whomever doesn't work the file, these will all group together and move down the chain all the way to day 0. This way it gives Michael an idea of how many days he has to work without needing to actually go into the Workhorse system. Alright, while this is still doing its thing. Okay, Betsy Johnson. So we already imported, let's go to mine, this list. Okay, open this up. Yes, please. Right. So, in this screen, there's a little box at the top here, sample check-in. You go here, and you don't necessarily need to worry about this part yet. It's, okay, it's this part down here. Right here is where you'll insert in the samples that you're going to receive, and you can change things in here. Pending, received. Received is what that does the SLA clock. Pushed. There's a whole bunch of different status things, but mostly what we're worried about is received. So here is my file names, and you can do this with the barcode scanner. Just scan. But I find it easy to do it this way. But you know, if you have the product sitting there, you can just barcode scan them in. Paste this in. If you have this checked automatically submit barcode, it'll sometimes automatically submit the barcode. Otherwise, just do this. Search update. Okay? Those are all received now. Okay? And if you wanted to, you can go to this little user-defined reports. You can actually choose a report here and say, I want a custom shot sheet right now. Run the report on those products that you brought in. It'll download a PDF, and the PDF you could give to the photographer. It'll tell them the file name you have to insert in and detailed descriptions and what the comments were. It's a nice little way to get the information across here. The other thing you can do with this is do barcode area labels. Run the report there. Again, it'll be a PDF. And you can cut, well, if you print these out on an area label maker, it's a 5163. You can print these out, put them on the product, and then somebody can just scan them in, you know, just scan. It's nice, definitely a nice feature. We don't use it that much. We like to use our own labels, but it works. So there's 2 of the reports. Now that this has been received, all right? Now let's say you need to change the SLA on something. And this is a feature that we were waiting for such a long time. Was, okay, this product, Betsy Johnson called, they need it faster, okay? You can go in here, search samples, because you can search projects, samples, images, contacts, and search. Advanced search. We usually do advanced search, samples, and images. Right now, we're going to do this on the sample level. So search sample, UPC or barcode, you put in your file name, search. Alright, so this one, the shots were already generated because I dropped these into somebody's folder earlier to make them quickly that shot. But if I go into this little pencil here, I can edit the information, and right here, shot SLA override. If I change this to a lower number and change update sample, that'll change the SLA. Changing the SLA means that the SLA will, tonight when the file moves from this folder down to 5, if you change it to 2, it would actually say that today is 2, move it from 6 to 1 because the SLA override kicked in and said, well, today is day 2, I need to now move it one more day down. And essentially gets the work through faster and keeps it on track, which is nice. You can never go back up the SLA, you can only go down the SLA. And if you do try to go up the SLA, it's going to say, okay, it worked, but it doesn't. So only down, never up. As you can see, we push these through like as if somebody had shot them, and I'll walk through that in a second. But you can see we searched samples. This little camera icon over here, it says go to shot for each search result, right? I click on that. It'll give me the current task it's on. Okay? I click on this little arrow deal. View image schedule. This is going to tell me the task and who did what, which is a nice feature, definitely. Okay, that takes us to this screen. Now, I dropped this file in Jolene's new shot folder. I dropped it in there at 11, and then I found out that there was a problem with the directories, and I dropped it again, so you can see where the exact time it happened. It was shot, she shot it, and then Christina actually worked it, and she saved it just a little while ago, because it's 3 o'clock, so she just saved this file. So if I look in here, I can see that there are files now, should be. Let's see if I close this up, I go to TIFFs, there. The way this works is, she doesn't put files in this TIFF folder anymore. She also won't put files in this folder anymore. She'll put files into her folder, her drop folder, which it is. There are post drop folders for the post people, and photography drop folders for the photographers. As files are shot, and as long as they're in Workhorse and have the correct naming convention, and let's say John Mark, Jolene shoot something, they put files here, Workhorse takes the files out of there every 10 minutes and moves them. These are all files that are right now happening. Takes the files, moves them to the correct day folder here, which is the in stock. Somebody works out of here, and when they process them, the retouch artist will drop the TIFF here. Workhorse picks it up and then moves it to this folder. Okay. You'll notice it has a prefix. It's BTSY dash. When somebody goes in and actually approves of this, which I could do right here, I could click this button and click approve, and it would say I did it then. The Workhorse would come along in 10 minutes, strip this part off, and put it into this to push folder for later. Tonight at 8 o'clock, the normal email will go off, it'll pick up the files and FTP them, and everything happens like normal. But there's no more manually moving files within this structure. Workhorse does it for us. There's also accountability. You can see when Jolene did it. Jolene can also go in, or you can print that shot sheet we showed you before, and you can print out the barcodes for her. This way she can see how much has to be done, what has to be done. Also for you, right here, as you can see I pushed it twice. By default, every time you push something again, Workhorse will automatically check non-billable, because technically we saw more reshoots from us internally as opposed to clients, which is great. At the same time, if you wanted this to be billable, all you have to do is go in there and uncheck this, update it, and now when you run it, we can run custom reports that I can show you later on, and you can pull the information back out to see that, it has to be shot twice. And it was shot twice, we have to bill twice. What's great about this too is that this is technically the photo log now, and this is technically the push log. So there's way more logging from here. Let's see. I think that covers most of it right now, which was the receiving part of it, which is going here and updating to received. And when you receive, just don't do anything. The SLA automatically goes to the 6-day or 7-day SLA. So I don't know when you guys' SLA starts, but this is definitely the way to get that to go. That's the way to get the SLA to start. The way to get it to get into edit anything is to search sample, search on the sample level. Great. This one is not done anything with yet. Click the pencil. This hasn't even been shot according to workhorse because Christine is still working on it. I could change this right now, and not only would the main go to whatever day I choose, all the alternates would go there too. I could do that, and I can update the sample. And then if I wanted to see what task it's on, I can just search images or click the little photo icon there, which takes me to this page, which you can tell right now it's in shoot status, which means it has not yet been done. What SLA it's on, the date it's due, and there's a lot more filters and a lot more buttons that you can get into later, but right here is to view the image schedule. As you can see, the schedule is typically shoot, retouch, approve. Right now, it's nothing. Nothing's happened. If you hadn't have received it yet, just so you know, this SLA day will say 1000 because that's the default. So that's always good to look at that first. Okay? Mostly for you, it's importing, it's receiving, it's changing, it's checking where things are. But we'll go over this in general, and I'll send you this. You can also do your own with the stuff you imported this morning. Okay?